Here we go. Hello everybody. How are you all doing today? We are, let's drop that in there. We are back in No Man's Sky. Happy Not Friday. Oh, that's taken a long time on a white screen. Why are you taking so long? There you go. Ah, that really was a long time on a white screen, wasn't it? That was a bit weird. So we are back with the Star Destroyer. It's a case of we all know what we like to park up. I can remove some of the stuff from the front end now since we've got the spacing sorted. But we will start off with a quick peek with part of the side that we got done. And we're going to be looking at the docking bay, which, as everyone knows, on a Star Destroyer is on the underside. So, hello there, Star, welcome. Working and lurking in Deedly Doodles. So I have got this one set so it's going to be a single docking bay, and it's going to be underneath, and you're going to be thinking, how on earth are you going to deal with that, because it's underneath? And it's a case of, well, that's what we're going to do today. That's what we're going to work out. So I made a little space to work around where we're doing stuff. So we've got the platform built, got some of the panels I needed for doing the interior and the exterior join points, along with a couple of panels. We've got the wall sections that we need. Like I say, I've already calculated roughly how much, and to give you an idea, I've got to remember where I've put this. Where did I put it? I put it down next to the other landing pad. Of course I did. So, next to the other landing pad, this is the size that we're using. We're going to have a doorway, which allows us to enter the cargo bay to get to our ship. And yes, the landing pad is upside down. That is not a problem. We're also going to technically hide most of the landing pad. But this space here is basically 4x5. This allows, I think, every ship the chance to do that. Now, I'm not shrinking the landing pad. If I go to 2 landing pads, I will shrink them a little bit. But I'll do that on a different design. This one, single one. I normally have more than one landing pad. But because of the type of build this is, it's gonna be difficult. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get into the build. Let's be careful not to delete shit that we need to keep, because that's the other thing. Right, so I can remove these. I mean, luckily I've got the bits either end if I need to drop those back down. We've gone, I'm going to have to run another set of plates. I need 3 either side. I've got 3 either side. Right, I've got 3 either side. So I'm going to leave the center ones in place just for now, because knowing my luck, I'm going to fall down the fucking hole. So this is the front part of the ship. We're going to use those. Obviously the red pieces are just markers to determine where we're doing stuff. So they are going to be like put back to white at some point, because obviously it's meant to be white. We are sticking with light grey down the side of the ship in the recessed section, just because it makes the recess actually look, I mean, on the inside you can't even tell, really. But on the outside it does make the recess stand out a little bit more. So, the fun bit is, that's 4, and we've got a centerpiece And we want a door to be in the centerpiece, which is roughly at this level here. So that's going to be fun. Although I'm going to, let's see, no, I'll make it slightly lower. So I'll just duplicate the door, garage door, for a moment. I didn't need to do that. I can actually put the piece in place that I want to use. Door. Right. There we go. So we've got that in place, although that is the wrong colour, because I've got the orange top, and I want the black top like that. Okie doke. Hang on. Another quick tutorial. So, we go in here. These ones are to be rusty, but they're also to be white. And then we go into the door, select the door, and then if you look, it's got the black piece at the top, not that. And I'll drop myself another there, that one, like so. There we go. So again, if I go over, you can see the top is now that dark grey black, and that's what we want. Which also means I can now take that out. I've also just thought, do I use extra pieces? I should get away with it. It should be okay. Yeah, because it doesn't actually touch lower down, so that's okay. So basically this level here is where we're going to have the landing pad that's inverted. You can see that that's halfway through that door, isn't it? I need to move it. I need to move it. Yes, I do need to move it. See, didn't get all the planning done, did I? Ha, ha, ha. Right, let's do that. And then do that. Put you there. So, does that mean the other end needs an adjustment? Let's have a look. Yes, the other end will need an adjustment. It's not surprised, that's because of the slope that there is. So, not a problem. Don't need to go out through the front of the ship. So, let's just drop that. Ooh, there's so many snappies. There's so many snappies. That doesn't want to go into place. Anyway, we need to move it, so let's... That's in the right place there. There we go. So like I say, it's 5 long now that we're there. Which is good. It is always good. And then we can literally just... We're going to have a bit more fun because this side of the ship, as you can see, is higher up. That is much higher up. So if I just try to stick another one of those there, and I need to actually try to stick it in place. That's going to stick through, isn't it? It is going to stick through. Right. Not a problem. We're going to use some of the other pieces. I will go to a half. I'm going to have to go to the half piece, because otherwise I was trying to avoid it with the other piece, but there we go, that one and that one. Technically I could just make that 2 normal walls, couldn't I? Because that would save me a part. So I'll do that. Like so. And for the underside, shall we use those ones? Let's try that one and see what that looks. Just to tidy this. There we go. I don't think I can change the way that looks in any way. Because of the way it is, what does it look like? If I try Rusty, and then yeah, the coloration probably is going to be better than that. So we'll take those out. And we'll drop Rusty McGoo. Yeah, that looks a bit better. That definitely looks a bit better. Now, probably, if I jump over to that one, yes, that's giving me the right texture there. Put you there, you there, you there, then delete, delete. Oh, hang on, I need to delete. Put you there, do the same on the other side. There we go. So obviously the floor is going to cut off, so you won't see the tops of the things. I could have flipped those upside down. Probably should have flipped those upside down, but never mind. Never mind. Now, obviously these panels are going to come out. I'm going to have to go... Let's get rid of that wire for starters, because that wire's in the wrong place. I've got to try to remember which way around I need to draw the wire from. So we're going to stick you on top of that. Right, that's the middle one. Then we do that. Oops, didn't work. Oh, come on, fingers, you can do it. There we go. Should I draw that wire further back? I have the feeling I should draw this wire further back. Yeah. Otherwise I'm going to end up losing pieces into the thing. Right. Landing pad. Small one. Okay, landing pad's on. The question is, I can never remember with the small landing pad which end fall off. Which end is the end you need for the ship when it is on. Is it the fat end? Or is the fat end the back? That is the question. The fat end is the back, right. That means I have drawn the wire. Because where you draw the wire from it is the important bit to make sure that you have the thing in the right place. Right. Right, so the fat end is up there. I need to have there's going to be a little walkway here to make it so people can come in and out. And that is far too deep there. So that would accept a 2, wouldn't it? Give me a short wall. Wherefore art thou short wall? I want a short wall. Where is it? Oh, bugger. Right. Let me just take you off there and put you there. And take you and put you there. That's better. Right, now I just want one of them. Two there. And if I take you and can drop you down 2, oh, it's going to stick through the bloody thing. That's annoying. One would go to there, but there's no difference between that and using the other pieces. So hang on. Oh, I'm just going to have to build this up using the bits, because I could angle the walls if I take that and do that. It's not bad, but you can't do it there because it would take away the door, and it would also, it doesn't come through too far. Okay, let's blind everyone with the camera view. Half wall. Give me the half wall again. Did I use a half wall? No, I didn't use a half wall, but I did put a half wall up here. Let's see if I can... I'm not sure whether it'd be better to build it with the pieces. Right. So... put you there. Come on, turn. Turn. That's it. You see, I'm not keen on that notch point sticking through the wall, but I can probably cover that with a light. Probably. If I stick, I'll use 2 of the short walls. We're getting there though. We are getting there. That's the good bit. This will use slightly fewer parts than trying to build it off the system. Right, put you there. You there. Take off that one. Put you there. Okie doke. And then I want the short wall, short half wall of that design, which I didn't pull out the hat for some reason. Okay. I would have thought I would have done, but I didn't, because I didn't realise I was going to use that part. And I can't stick stuff on top of bloody... Okay, let's put you there. Take you. Nope, that's not what I meant to do at all. Take you, put you there, take you, and put you there. Make sure I've got the correct colour selection ready. We go back to the short walls. Oh, come on. I mean, why it felt the need to force me into... The parts don't stack where you think they would stack. That's one of the other weird things. Right, and then we can stick you and you, and that gives us a reasonable layout. I've got to do a flat drop for the sides as well. And of course they don't line up either. No! Ooh. Who said that? Who said that? Right, let's stick you there because you're going to be a good guide to... Actually, you're not, because I need to find out where the corner is. Right, it's there. Put you there. Put you there. Then grab a wall. And I'm going to have to get rid of that. Is that leaning? That is leaning. Okie doke. Why are you not snapping underneath that? Don't tell me short walls don't snap. They don't snap. Okie doke. I need 2. Well, I can put you there. Right. So now... Yeah, you're in the right place. Like so. This is going to be fun as we get further along the ship. Because that is going to start to stick through the underside of the ship. Where does it stick through the underside of the ship? It is on a lip. So it's not too... Oh, that's going to bug me. That is going to bug the fuck out of me. Right, I need to move my character. Because I is into there. I is into there. Right, let's move you and you. So if you're there and you're there, I could... I wonder... Right. What does that look like on the inside? I suppose it's probably about as acceptable as it's going to get. Right, smooth. That's the one. Take you. Right, I need it to... Oh, that's going to be fun. I need it to follow the angle of the slope, but still be vertical. Oh, that's such a pain. That's so fun. Right. Because obviously that fits there. I need it to go there, but I need it to fit into the... Actually, that's too low. That is too low, isn't it? That one will have to go. Alright, so it's this one. That one. 1, 2, 3. Is this one actually? No, that's going to drop. So to get the slope. Right, I'll have to do an extension under here and use a thingy door to drop the thing in a moment. Oh, that was totally in the wrong place. I'm going around a little bit further because I'm going to have to walk around this thing with my character. I also need to fill in the gap. Right. So now I can like so. Then we use the half wall. Come on, half wall. Click into place. There we go. Right, so that one comes up to there. So again, we click that. This one is down on a level and above. Down on a level. Is it 2 forward? 1, 2. Yes, 2. We need to go to 2. And then we've got that one, which if I can back myself out, is it 1 or 2 high? It is 1. And we can just use this like we did on the other side. Come on. Why aren't you clicking into place? Just remove the short wall. I don't think it's the short wall that's causing the problem. Oh, I had it. I had it. Come on. I think that is now getting in the way of what I'm doing. Hang on, see if I can force it into place with it. It's really not liking having those pieces there. See if doing it from this side makes any difference. It's weird, snap points. I mean, you'd think they'd have been fixed and solid, but there we go. It was the short wall that was causing the issue. I have no idea why. It's one of those very strange things. Right, the middle one is just... So let's have a look. I now need to delete the wire, and I can delete that wire, just keep that one there just in case. Then we can go back to these. And should we just go to 4? I think we should just go to 4 and have done, because it'll be neater. Then we've got the joys of demonstrating the landing. Because anyone who then comes across this and hasn't seen this stream, they're going to be like wondering how the crap you actually get to dock. But hey, not my problem. Except for the fact I have just made something a problem. Because I need that. Actually, to save space, I think if I put you there, because you are going to be walking around part of this ship. That one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. They're all the right way, aren't they? They are all the right way. So, I'll enclose this space later, and we'll have, this is where we're going to come out, have a bit of an airlock. This is where you come into the bay. This is where you find your ship. So, that's nice. And because of how you get out of your ship, right, I will make a feature of the underside of the landing pad. I mean, I could extend it up. There we go. I'll make a feature of the underside of the landing pad in this room that's here. Because, yeah. Alright, we're not doing too badly. Let's jump around. Have another piece of that. Yeah, silly person. I need that. Like so. Oh, it doesn't want to go. Why do you not want to go? Am I going to have to snap you in because of all those extra parts? I think I am going to have to snap you in because of all those extra parts. Because you are being a twont. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Now, I just need to grab one of these, drag it along to there, then grab the piece I need. It has actually turned it around, but I don't care. It's fine. Right, that's that one. And then if I go... Okay, that's not what I was aiming to do. If I grab another one of those, I'll just stick one there, because then I know I've got it. And then... put you there, put you there. Wrong. Right. Put you there. Then we remove you. Each one of these is basically just a pivot point for what we're doing, where we need to merge the pieces because they're refusing to do an overlap where we need them. Do that. Right, so there, that's not what we want to do. Yeah, and for those who haven't checked a calendar, we're already in the third part. Come on, wires. There we go. We're in the third part of August already. I mean, and now those are all nicely laid down. You see, we can come across and get rid of the side pieces, get rid of these wires. Why leave extra parts when you don't need them? So obviously I'm going to have a little bit of an airlock thing so everything turns clean. And if I grab that, I can literally just stick that like that. So we know that's where the clean piece comes in. So all the usable parts of the base are going to be in this section and where we go up to the top of the ship, which is where the radar dome bits and pieces are. Hey, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, wow. Right. So, what does... I've got to do the angled pieces, haven't I? Yes. Oh, this is going to be fun, because I'm going to have to try to remember. Hello there, Wolfie. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Or at least as great a day as possible. That's what happens when you... Oh. Are you kidding me? Construction limit reached. Oh, someone needs to go and delete a base. Yeah, that's fun. You see, I was in the middle of deleting stuff. So, yeah, for those who... It's still 16,000 parts. We still haven't actually had a boost to that, which is annoying. And I've got quite a few bases I am deleting. There's been a lot of places that because of previous base tours, we've basically don't need the things anymore other than a base computer should we ever want to go back, because I don't need the bases there. And I've got bases which have got quite a few parts in them, and they're not needed. So I am going to do some chronic deletion. This is the problem when you want to do big builds, because I mean, yeah, it's 3,000 parts per base if you want to be able to upload it. But there are people out there who have done all sorts of stuff with multiple base computers, and once they've done it, that's it. It's used. They can't do anything extra. So I'm getting rid of all of this down here. There was a thing at one point where I was considering having a like one of those Nubian tower things. But then I thought, well, Star Destroyers, Naboo doesn't really hack it. So I thought, right, let's just scrap it, concentrate on the Star Destroyer, which is exactly what I'm doing. Right, did I remove all of those pieces? Yes, I've removed all of those pieces. Get rid of those as well. Right. Let's go back up. I mean, all of this that I've got here is going to be disappearing, and I'll probably put a landing pad down the bottom so people can... if more than one person turns up, they can still land and then teleport up to the ship. Right. Ooh, camera view suddenly lurches. Right, let's have a look. Put you there. Now. Ah, fun and games. Let's call up a garage door. Like so. So this obviously is going back into the line of the tilt. So I need to keep the line of the tilt, but I also need to upright it so it stands up. What's that? My ship AI just told me to fly in through the slot nice and slow, and how she likes it. I am really praying that you're actually playing Elite at the moment. Although it is called Elite Dangerous for a reason. I'm really hoping that's what it is you're playing. Unless you've been downloading one of those rather dodgy games. Not that you ever would, of course. Right, that threw me concentration off. Warpy sliding it into a hole under the instruction of his AI. That threw my build off there. Right, I need to straighten it up. What is it? Is it back one notch? I think it's back one notch. We're gonna try it one notch. So that's your standard. That's what? Yeah, that is one notch. If I don't screw it up. Oh, come on, fingers. Right, let's remove. Actually, I'll take you and just stick you down there for a minute. Put that there. And put you to there. Now, if I put that there. Yes. Ha! Suck on it. Right. It's got a slight ridge to it, but that's all right because I can work with that. Oh, come on. Now we've got the outside wall giving me shit again. Come on. Right, let's go take it this way down. That's what she said. Yeah, that's still working. This is probably going to give me a grief because of that wall there as well, isn't it? Or is it? No, that one's fitted. That one's fitted. That's fine. So it's just this top one. I'm going to have to stick something in there, though, to... That's not a problem. That's fine. So it's just this one. I bet it's that bit of wall or something. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Did that snap? It snapped. Suck on it. Right. Now we can remove these because we have to do it on the tilt from. So we're working in two angles there. Copy that one, and we go over here, and we can copy that piece because we're going to need that. Now we can get rid of that and that. We need to take you from there and drop you down so you're out of the way. Then we throw in another garage your door. Go back to the piece. Put you to there. Then we go back to here. This is why maths works when you're learning school shit, you know. Come on, that one. To there. Then I can just copy that one, go to there, and... Hello, Mia, how are you doing? Are you having a good day, Mia? That's the question. I mean, I know Wolfie's been getting told to slide it in slow and gentle like, but, you know, that's between him and his AI, so... So, there we go. I'm going to drop into camera mode. And we'll fall out of the bay. And there we are. That is the bay. Obviously, I've got to fill it. I've got to change those panels back to white. I'll do that next, actually, before we do too much. Copy. Delete. Delete. Paste. Paste. Turn around. Come on. There we go. There's, then we can come in here. There we go. Then go back to camera mode. So we've got the whole shape with the lip, the landing pad. We've got the whole... I can probably change the sun position, which did fuck all. There's the nighttime version. So that is where we come into dock. So here we are. Who thinks it's going to work? I could have recessed that, actually. I could have recessed those doors backwards a bit and the lip. Something to think for next time. But here we go. Here we go. Time will tell, just woke up. Indeed. The waking of wakeness. It's, yeah. So, we've got our ship. This is going to be fun. I also apparently have a very randomly placed landing pad right there. Why do I have a randomly placed fucking landing pad there? I thought that had been deleted out. Oh well. Anyway, so here's Star Destroyer. Oh look, I need to dock. The Star Destroyer's over here. How do I do this? Well, you come up and you do this. Now there's a view for you. No problem at all. So people are going to say, oh, when you get out of your ship, you're going to fall. Well, there's a very interesting thing. Watch this. Watch this now go wrong. But I did find something interesting out the other day. And there we go. You can actually see the thruster deformation. So you actually get thrown through the panel there, and then when you want to go back out, here's your ship waiting for you. And as you can see, it's dead easy to get into your ship. It's a nifty trick. And I mean, the great thing is, like I say, you go around, you can get into your ship, it spins you round, and you know, the planet's above you now, and you launch. So you can imagine how cool, I mean, fair enough, you're upside down, but you can imagine how cool that's going to look to anyone who launches. When I've deleted a load of stuff off, I will be... Actually, I just thought this is actually technically a creative side that I'm in. I mean, look at it, it's crossover. So I've got to go and try to find out where I've wasted a lot of parts on, because right, I am going to land back down here, because the one thing I've always hated is the bit where it says, you know, oh, you've can't put a part there because you're too close to your ship, you know, even though you're like 100 U away from it. It's like, really? Yeah, I'm too close to my fucking ship, am I? You know. Right, let's get rid of that landing pad. I'll get rid of that as well. And I don't need that. All of these parts are just to get the front sorted out, which, you know. And then we've got our side pieces over there, which, I mean, some of this doesn't need to be there anymore. I've got my angle pieces set to the side. But amazingly, and I did think it would take a little longer. I've got the docking bay done. So yes, we're going to have this as a room, because obviously this is where you're going to appear when you get out of your ship. You've got your way down there, which we're going to go across and down. We'll probably do 2 doorways out and something in the middle. Where that piece of wood is sticking up there, we're going to have, we'll probably put teleporters in, because I know I get impatient. But there'll be a staircase as well, should anyone want to use a staircase. And it'll take you up. I mean, elevators would be a really nice touch in this game. But obviously we've got to have the bridge with the balls. I mean, the balls are just going to be hollow balls. But yeah, because it's the balls, the thingy bit on the top. I mean, the shape of the bridge is fairly straightforward, mounted on top of the whole thing. I mean, funnily enough, part of the top of the ship is actually very, very easy. I am going to remove this now, because I'm not going to... Right. Because I can drop that onto there. Ooh, hang on. I boobed. I make boo-boo. First of all, we're a panel up on the thing. Although I can... No, because I'm still going to have a top piece for the floor. No, I will. Right. Right. Because I'm going to have to drop a light floor into the thing. So, might as well. We'll just get that done quickly. Light floor. Then drop the floor in. So, and I can remove that. These spaces here, that's just going to be void space. That there doesn't need to be there. Or that, because those are very annoying. Thingy-mabobs. Right, let's have a look. We need the clean. Ah, there it is. Right, so I'm going to bring it in a bit, so it's still only the same width as that section. Yeah, because it's mainly to get into the bridge, isn't it? Yeah, it's mainly for where the bridge is. So we need the bridge. I also clicked that into the wrong plane. I also clicked that into the wrong place. Getting ahead of myself already. Right, that there. That one. Up to there. I might make this actually only 3 wide. Because like I say, we need to save some parts because we're heading to the bridge. And the bridge is going to have various pieces on it. Yep. So if I drop down, obviously we now have the lights and light here, so we can get to the base. Oops, I jumped in too early. Now, what can I get away with on this? Because obviously we need to allow a bit of room. Yeah, hang on, come on. Yeah, okay, I need another shorty to drop there. That one. That one, and that one. I will have to, like I say, go and delete some pieces because I will run out of space. I am going to run out of space on the thing. But this is going to give us a decent piece of room, so I might put the teleporter in here, as well as make it look more like maybe a workspace or something. And then we want to come down. Yeah, so that can go there. So if I put you there, I can actually remove that and that because I don't need those to be there. Because obviously that's where the bit is where you go through to your ship. Lots of void space. If anyone gets stuck, not my fault. I will have to double check with the outside roughly where the actual bridge section is going to start. because I've got the joys of doing what I did underneath along there as well. Oh, fun. Excuse me. Right. Oh, I've already actually started, haven't I? So hang on. And that's the other reason for not having this room too wide, because it would still have been possible, but I'll have to double check to make sure I've got the top section in the right place. Oop. There we go. Make sure the corners have dropped. Right, so that's the very back of the ship. So I'm not quite sure where the back is. I think from the front it's about here in scale. So let's have a look. Because it's got that lower section piece, which allows it to. It's like a sloped up piece. Reposition. It's actually quite easy to get its the height piece right, because it's like if you can literally like lift it, say 3, and drop that, and then all you have to do is a slope down from here to match the lower surface, and do that front, back, sides, and then the inside pieces can be deleted to save space. And then on top of that, you have to do the central tower, and then the bridge, which is that funny shape. Actually, what shape is that? What? I can't remember what shape it. I don't know what word would actually be best to describe what bloody shape it is. Yes, I obviously need to go and I've got a few bases which are basically how can I put it? Back when I used to do weekend missions a fair bit, and yeah, I've got 7,600 on here of Quicksilver, and it used to duplicate them quite a bit. Right. One thing I can do, I can get away with my demo piece that I've put over here as well. Well, that was 13 parts. And then we've got all of this at the front. I don't think I need this now, because I've got enough of the. I've left the ridge pieces in for now. Yes, I haven't. Yeah, I've got that tilted, and I must have done this side and then that side. That's why this one piece is off like that, because obviously you've got like your very, very straight piece there. And that's when those side pieces were put in. I haven't done a build on this side to allow for the pieces going in like I have there, but we can get rid of these. I mean, there's quite a few parts in there as well, and I've still got more stuff to delete down there. I mean, all of these pieces here that are going along the sides all the wooden pieces. I mean, they're coming out, obviously. They're just scaffolding. But they will have to remain there for now, just while bits are done. Although I will take that and that out. Like I say, using the light grey. Ooh. Just gives it that little bit. I mean, it might look a little off. Come on. I was wondering about putting some lighting effects in. That all, of course, comes down to number of parts which are left. There we go. And then just to give this edge a nice do, we'll drop in I mean, you can see how much it's recessed there. And when you pull back, even though it's light grey, it adds to the shadow. But then I was thinking of using some light floor panels possibly to create a bit of extra light. Maybe a few flickering lights or pulsing lights or whatever we decide to throw in, but that depends on the part count. We still don't have a part counter, although technically there is a slight thing there, so we're still within, we're about a quarter of the way on parts, if I'm reading that right, but then about a quarter of the parts we've used, in fact probably a third of the parts we've used are going to be deleted, so that's okay. Right, so we've actually got the main thing I was going to do today, I actually succeeded in doing. So now here's the other thing, because as I was talking about last time, that, if I can swing myself around, when you put the last one in place, it wants to head off in that direction. But I actually wanted to go in that direction. So this is going to need a little bit of a tweak to draw it into line. But I mean, you can see it doesn't fit with the line that we want at the moment. But it will. It's a similar adjustment to what I did on the underside of the bay to get that piece. So connect it, twist it, turn it. Sounds like that game, you know. Beep, bop, boop. Because I need to make sure that I can get that round there. That's looking okay. Yeah. Looking nice. But I mean, it is a big build. But we know we've got part of the top on. It's funny, it doesn't seem like you're pulling out much at the front, but it does make quite the difference. Maybe I should have the ship in there and take a shot. I've got to tidy up some of the other placement as well of some of the parts. But no, it's not too bad. Right. What's the next bit we're going to do? We're going to try to remember to swallow. So yes, and I'm going to have to sort out the thing. Hello there, Marty. How are you doing? Welcome to the Star Destroyer. I need to put some flooring down there. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day there, sir. I'm going to run a floor along, because like I say, this is where we're going to go to head up to the top of the ship. I will put another one there, but it's probably about here where it's going to go up into the tower and onto the bridge, which will be fun. See if I've got enough parts left to be able to put the thing on. But yes, I'm going to have to go on a mass deletion spree. I honestly thought one of the reasons I'm building on this save is because I know that I've got two other saves which are in normal, and they are literally an issue with parts, and are going to require quite a bit more. Right, so that's where they are. That's not a problem. We can shunt them. We can shunt them. That is okay. Right, give me that. I think that's half each, if I'm not mistaken. So we just need two. Of those, like so. Drop that little half one there so I know where it is. Yep. There we go. And we'll do it on the other side as well. See, that doesn't help when you start putting pieces down like that. Right. Get rid of that one. Copy that one. That looks like that should just about do it. And then we just need to remove, 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 remove. And then get rid of that, get rid of that. Like so. Ooh, there's a very, very slight gap. This is why DG was talking about the micro movements. Now, if I'd only raised that by 2, those would be touching, but I raised them by 3. Because obviously you've got to have that. I don't know, 2 might have done it, but no. I feel 3 is the way it needed to be. Can it be lived with? No. Can we shove something on the underside which would hide it? Yes, we can. In fact, all I need to do is, if I grab that, and then when we swing around, there you go. You can no longer see through the gap. That's the cheat's way of doing it. You can't see through, so it must be fine. It must be perfect. The bigger design, obviously, we're going to be more careful. But we're doing this one, so we'll know what we're doing when we're stupid enough to do the even bigger one, which will take at least 2 ships. I hate to think that. I'm also going to have to go over to using oversized parts, because I can see oversized parts would save you a lot of hassle. I mean, even if one of these took up 4, it'd be fine. But you can make these panels as big as like 5, 3 by 3, so 9 things, which is pretty well damn impressive. Then it's just a case of clicking the buggers into place. So, I mean, as an example, if I go max size on this, like so, then copy, like so, and I'm going to drop it into the middle layer. So if I go to here, there you go. Oh, of course, then we've got the joys of what happens when you pick stuff up. And texturing can be a bit of a problem. But you can imagine that that being 9 by 9, it takes far fewer pieces to cover the ship. I mean, they are a lot thicker as well, but yeah, 1 part instead of 9, instantly your part count drops. So the only problem is trying to snap the buggers together, which I am not very good at when it comes to the oversized parts, but that's not a problem. I can always have a refresher course. It's how we learn things. Right. So, I'll tell you what I will do. I will, because we're getting close to the end, so I shall go grab my ship, and I'll fall through this piece though, because I forgot about that. And we will do another demonstration for the people who are here now. So, hello, big Imperial Star Destroyer. What do we do? Let's dock on board the ship. Okay, well, let's dock on board the ship. I do like the upside down view. You know, I mean, that is quite cool. You know, because you can look around and yeah, everyone's upside down. So, like I say, we'll make it so we've probably got our transit gate here. We'll keep that near the ship. Do some various other whatever's around here. Come across here, drop down. No problem there, Mia. Thanks for being here, and we will speak soon. Have fun. Well, not exactly fun, but you know what I mean. Oh. So yeah, you do get a good look at your ship when it's upside down. But I have to say, the whole undocking is impressive. I like that. I like the feel of being able to. I mean, I've got a yeah, it is. It's vertical, and you shoot off backwards, which is really cool. Well, you are docked a bit like the space shuttle. Unfortunately, the base was ruined in an update because it was based around a monument, and the monument was originally a cube, and they've now put a diamond shape in it. So the infrastructure around the launch site is completely kiboshed, and it's very annoying that that's happened. But unfortunate, you know, they make changes and that's it. They're not thinking about people who are crazy enough to be making use of some of the infrastructure. Actually, if I nip back down again, I mean, from down here, you can get to see the whole underside up. Like I say, I might move the walkway backwards a bit, but for now, I think it's fine as it is. I will have to add some lights, because the one thing I remember is that this section is actually really well lit. Whenever you look at the film, it's cleaner than the way I've deliberately made it look a bit groggy around the sides, but I mean, to be expected. But I'm going to have to stick some lights in, just because it is meant to be a well lit area, so I will do that. And there's other bits I can remove as well. I've still got to fill in some of the holes, which are on the underside. And I've got this entire side to do. So I think next time I will look to get the sides done, because this bit's nearly done. Fill all the holes in the bottom so the underside is finished. Get this run up here. Try to work out what we're going to do about the point, because the very point of the ship is pointy-ish. Although I do believe there's a slight bluntness to it, just because of the way that the two pieces come together on the thing. So we can probably, when the two indented pieces here, when these meet at the front, then it'll give us the option to just blunt it off a fraction, just to make life a little bit easier. It's going to be a pain, because that is not a 45-degree angle, as you can see, you know. Well, it is, I suppose it is a 45, isn't it? 60 would have been easier, but and 90, of course, would have been a piece of piss. But no, not like that. So let's drop out of there. Let's go back up. It's amazing how many times I have hit the 16,000 limit on parts. Although I did do it on one save deliberately, because it was one planet, 6 bases, and I did a 10 by 10 coloured squares, making 1,000 per block, and it was a case of, you can stick 3,000 per base if you're uploading. I wasn't uploading. And then I took a photograph, an in-game screenshot of basically all of the parts, and you could literally sit and count the parts if you wanted to, but that was the limit reached. So yeah. Oh, Wolfie's doing another heist. I tell you what, I'll see if I can join in on one for a change. Watch this, because I've actually joined, I'm going to get bumped off by my own Scourge of the Sea. Talking of Scourge of the Sea, I noticed that, what is it, Skull and Bones, or whatever it's called, is now part of the PS5 collection for free for anyone who wants to have a play on that. I got distracted there, so I forgot what I was going to do. That's clever. So yeah, as I say, next time round, I'll make sure I've got some more space by getting rid of all those weekend mission bases that I've got kicking around. Mainly only parts those little buggers can take up. And then once that's done, I will be able to start putting in the sides next time round. And working on the back, which is going to be an intriguing one. And of course tomorrow, I am going to be streaming tomorrow, at least the plan is to be streaming tomorrow, as it will be 18 years on YouTube for me. Yeah, that's 18 years on YouTube. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah. And I mean, I uploaded one of the reasons I actually started because back then everything was separate when you got the stuff. Hang on a minute, let's have a quick look. Oh, I got myself 1,000, so I got 500 back. That's not bad. Everything was separate on Google. So your email, YouTube, and all the other various bits and pieces, they were all separate. There was even a counter that used to show you how much memory, and it was constantly counting up, with the idea that this was going to be free space and it would always increase slowly. I mean, they only actually added you the extra space every month because it was silly otherwise, but you could sit and watch this number go up. Then they realized that it might lose money one day, so they stopped that and then started charging for everything over 15 gig, 17 gig in the case of some. But yeah, because of that, it meant that my YouTube channel and my email and everything else didn't actually have the same name. Mainly because of the way that they did things back then, which was really annoying. And of course, some people, as soon as things came available, even though they had no intention of actually doing anything, grabbed names and then probably never returned to ever make use of them. So, which is another reason why a lot of other people, Samsung, Apple, they've all added the 2-year bit, where if you don't log in for 2 years, they consider that you've probably died or you're not going to use the system anymore. So that's always fun. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Like I say, I'm going to be back tomorrow with another stream, something a little different, and celebrating 18 years on YouTube. So have fun. I hope to catch you later, and I will see everyone there. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.